So this is the second sousaphone I've got like this, and the other one had similar damage. This is branded as an Olds, but I think it's an Amati. The lower mouth pipe, as you can see, is severely kinked and cracked. And if you look at the way they braced it, they got braces going on either side there, but there's nothing to keep it from flexing in this direction. So not a great bracing design. Also, I found that the brass in this is pretty soft. This one also has the same tube and socket brace problem. They broke that off and lost it somehow, but when I made the brace for the other one, I made two, so I've got that ready to go. So I'm going to take this off and go through, I guess, demoing how I go about fixing this, because I certainly can't get parts for it. So this is the sousa, and I'm going to take it apart. I took the hose clamp that they had binding this up. So I guess I'll show you how I go about getting it apart. To be honest, I don't worry on these a great deal about the finish. So I'm going to heat these up. One trick I learned a long time ago when I was doing Sousaphone tuba repairs all the time is for braces, when you're trying to get them apart, just use thin cardboard to slide between the brace, and that will get the solder out of the way. And then I'm going to try to take this off without having the brace fall off the So this is the lower mouth pipe, and what I'm going to try to do is kind of undo it, undo this crease and crack in reverse order from what happened. So I'm going to guess that it was hit or dropped or something and pushed forward. So I'm going to try to push out this dent with this dent rod. So I'm going to pull it open. And I'm trying to get the ball on the rod right under the dent. And I got part of it out. I'm going to grab my dent hammer. And what I'm going to try to do is get things pushed back into place and re-rounded as I go along. The metal's a little bit crinkled in that one area. I get the ball right under the crinkled area. I'm going to try to get hammered up flat. I'm trying to hit it hard enough to flatten it, but not to thin it. So what I'm going to try to do is take my Dremel tool and just clean up the crack so that it's got a little bit of a beveled edge. This is a it's a little abrasive point. It's like a rubberized point with grit in it. Okay, so I got it pretty well cleaned up. Hope that was in camera view. And I'm going to solder it now. So I'm going to solder this together. I'm going to put on a smaller tip so I don't have quite so much heat going into one place. This is silver solder, and I'm going to coat some flux on the crack and hope I can get it to flow into the crack. I'm going to put it on both sides. I'm going to heat everything up. Blowing it to try to even it out a little bit. And there it is. Came out pretty good as far as the silver solder goes. So now I'll dump that into I have a acid bath and clean off the flux, and I'll so the inside of the curve here still got a little kink in it, and what I'm hoping is that from silver soldering this, the silver solder came out good. I'm gonna have to grind down a little bit of it but I'm hoping it's soft enough now that that kink will push out a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to try to do now. And it seems to be pushing up. And so this is a little ring burnisher. I've got a set of them, and I'm just going to try to round out the tubing. I took the Dremel tool and ground down the lumps of silver solder that were too high to get it more to the thickness of the actual tube. So I'm going to put it in here and burnish around it, and hopefully get a little more of that kink out, and then I'll do a Okay, so I got it buffed up. It looks pretty good. You can still little of that kink that was on the inside you can still see, but I'm not going to worry about that. The only other thing I want to make sure of is that it's airtight, and I guess this was sterilized by the flames, so make sure it's not leaking, and it's ready to put back on.